The Music in the City course has opened my ears to the unique and diverse musical landscape of Toronto. Before taking it, I was completely unaware of the Toronto sound. We discussed the Toronto sound to be the specific way R&B bands played in the Yonge Street scene of the 1960s. I did not expect the combination of rock band instruments and guitar playing like Robbie Robertson's to be recognized as the Toronto sound because I thought cities like Toronto were too multicultural to have a singular sound representing the whole city. That is why I believe that a city can have multiple sounds, because of the deep roots of various musical genres. A city sound can be established through cultural heritage, musical focus, or even community. For example, the R&B Toronto sound was established with the musical focus of experimentation and the artist's goal of expression and improvement. With Toronto's cultural diversity, I associate the city with having more than one sound, such as reggae, new music, and jazz to name a few. One of the most frequent ways Toronto highlights its many musical sounds is through music festivals. Music festivals are a powerful way Toronto showcases its diverse soundscape. Toronto's music festival scene draws many musicians, performers, and fans from all around the world to be fully immersed in the celebration of music and culture. 3 festivals I will discuss in this video are the Toronto Caribbean Carnival, VELD Music Festival, and the Beaches Jazz Festival, each very different from one another. These 3 festivals are distinctly connected to Toronto because they do not happen anywhere else in the world. In fact, they hold records as some of the largest festivals in Canada that have the capacity to compete with other festivals internationally. Having celebrated 55 years in 2022, the Caribbean Carnival, organized by the Festival Management Committee, is one of the largest street festivals in Canada, bringing close to $338 million into the Ontario economy each year. Originally known as Caribana from 1967 to 2011, the 4-day festival celebrates the freedom and emancipation from slavery of the Caribbean islands through Caribbean culture, music, dance, costumes, and parading. Some of the Caribbean musics include steel pan, soca, and calypso music. Despite the ongoing financial struggles, links to ongoing violence, and inconsistent government support, the Caribbean Carnival stands as a monumental part of Caribbean culture in Toronto, being recognized as a cultural heritage property by UNESCO, as well as receiving $1 million from the Canadian government in 2022 to keep Caribbean heritage alive in the city. Established in 2012, VELD is a 3-day summer festival organized by Inc. Entertainment that celebrates electronic dance music. Spanning across 3 stages at Downsview Park, the high-energy festival brings DJs, rappers, and performers from all over the world, drawing in over 30,000 attendees. In 2022, VELD had 45 musical acts with internationally known stars such as Marshmello, Armin van Buuren, and Martin Garrix. Inc. Entertainment's main focus revolves around perfecting their production value in order to improve audience experience. They want VELD to stand out on an international level. Although the festival organizers struggle with controlling illicit and impure drug use, issues like this do not seem to be slowing down the festival's attendance and international draw to Toronto. Located along Queen Street East and in Woodbine Park, Beaches Jazz Festival is a month-long celebration that has taken place annually in July since 1989. Despite free admission to the festival, Beaches brings in roughly $38 million a year to Toronto through tourism, restaurants, and hotels. Because it is a non-profit music festival, Beaches relies on sponsorships from companies such as TD, OLG, and the Government of Ontario. Mainly a jazz festival, it has recently branched out to showcase more genres of music, widening the appeal for attendees. Some of the genres include rockabilly, electric blues, salsa, and samba. Over 1,000 artists play throughout the month, including Toronto locals, international artists, and new generation jazz musicians. In 1989, the organizer Lito Chilelli, a former restaurant owner, wanted to share the Beaches community of Toronto with the rest of the city. Originally starting from live performances in his restaurant, music lovers and nearby residents wanted more. With citywide interest, Chilelli decided to create a festival that has continuously expanded ever since, to now include workshops, lectures, and a street festival called Street Fest, which lines Queen Street East with food trucks, street performers, and vendors. What sets Beaches apart from other jazz festivals is its focus on showcasing Toronto talent and its malleability with the changing times. The purpose of the festival is for the residents of the Beaches area of Toronto, and that is where Chilelli directs his focus. To Chilelli, the festival is a labor of love. In summary, the Caribbean Carnival focuses on celebrating culture and heritage. VELD Music Festival focuses on the music and experience of EDM, and Beaches Jazz Festival focuses on sharing with the community of Toronto. In respective order, heritage, music, and community, three important pillars of Toronto's music festival scene. It is because of this variety within the music festivals that I believe Toronto is a city with multiple sounds. These are three vastly different festivals with their own focuses and worlds showcased within the bubble of Toronto. How can only one sound be picked when so many are out there to be explored and shared?